So, Toxo, what did you get that was inspired by the Evercade, but doesn't actually work with the Evercade? Well, first of all, ironically, it wasn't the C64 Mini. Despite having C64 carts on the Evercade, I got this console before the C64 carts. I was in favour of the Maxi, just easier to film with the Mini, to be fair, but I did buy 3000 Classic Games, Commodore 64 Classics from Revive, which I believe originally came with a magazine. I must go through all those games, work out what's actually on the disc, put them in a sensible order and in folders, and use the USB side loading on the C64 Maxi to actually play them with full working keyboard. Set those to one side. Next of all, as these don't seem to be actually on the Evercade Versus, I'd like to play Capcom and Namco with friends, and possibly even with analog stick, not analog stick, arcade stick, began with A. Stupid cable. Trouble trying to work in a confined space. Get rid of that. Next of all, with the announcement of Duke Nukem collections, I tried to get Duke Nukem 64, which is basically 3D. Some of the levels are slightly different, and there are some completely different levels on them. And from Pico 3, I think it was, from Gaelico, to a Catalan Spanish company, Radical Bikers. This is the PlayStation version, 3D. You can vaguely see from the pictures on the back. The version we had on the Pico collection was the cancelled Game Boy Color version, which I think is actually better, but this is still fun. From Data East, I decided to try out the Side Pocket Game Boy game, which actually works quite well. Sure, the graphics aren't up to scratch, but it does play well. And finally, from the Bitmap Brothers collections, you had Speedball 2. Now, people complain it wasn't the Amiga version, it was actually the Mega Drive version. So shall we downgrade even more? Game Boy Advance. And also, Game Boy Black and White. Again, both of those seem to play quite well. I think the black and white version actually works better because you can see more of a field, whereas you get better graphics, but it's too zoomed in on the Game Boy Advance. But there we go, that's my thoughts. Have you been inspired to buy anything due to Evercade? Whether that be the original cartridge version of things that have been released, or just simply sequels, or anything like that. Feel free to put your views in the comments. See what mess I've left there. Not too bad, I suppose. And see you in the next one.